go. Well, I hope you enjoyed what Patrick went over. There's a lot more of great information heading your way. But first off, I actually wanted to say thank you to every single person in this room. Because of you, because of our sponsors, this is officially the biggest KAZOOcon event we have ever done. We have over 165 attendees here today. We have over 15 sponsors, so we are beyond excited to get this going, so thank you very much. Over the next couple days, we're going to be going through a lot of information. Keep in mind, each piece was specifically created to provide you with the tools to help you be successful in your business. And today I'm going to cover one of those items, and that's our community. So quick question, how many people in the room have been into our community? Okay, not as many as I would like to see, but that's good, that's good. So let me get started and tell you who I am. I am Miriam Libonati. I run our marketing team here. I have a fantastic team that I'm going to take a moment to call out because they are kind of the saving grace to getting this event up and going. So I want to give a shout out real quick to Isabel Balash, Arena Kiernos, and Jay Yoder. They have been planning this event for months and they are fantastic. So let's move on. So I joined Under 26 Hertz on September of 2016. Funny enough, it was about 3 weeks before we did our last KAZOOcon event. I don't know if you have attended before, but this is a little bit of a step up, so we're really excited about it. I've been in tech for about 12, 13 years. Fairly new to telecom, though. I'm about a year and a half in. But 2600 Hertz actually kind of ignited a passion. So communications is something that I'm really kind of growing and driving into. Fun little fact, just because I like to throw some fun things out. I used to be in a rock funk band, so if we're ever out at a bar and there's a microphone, there's a good chance that I might get on stage. But let's talk about what I'm going to talk about today. So I'm going to dive into the community. So for those of you who are not familiar with it, we'll go through it a little bit so you understand kind of what the benefits are. We'll talk about the vision, where it all started, why it's so important for us. Be pretty transparent about a lot of the challenges we faced while we were putting this together, and then some of the opportunities we noticed that have allowed us to kind of expand and move forward with it. We'll highlight the platform that actually made us able to move this vision into reality. We'll also kind of walk through ways that you can optimize your experience. For those of you that haven't used it, I think once you see this presentation, you'll actually see some value and you'll probably take a visit there. And then we'll call out some of the resources that we'll be adding, and as well as some of the items that we've actually been doing. We haven't got a lot of engagement with, but it's probably because you don't know about it. So we'll start off with the vision. So in the beginning, I think it was around 2009, Darren Schreiber had a dream. He dreamed that one day we could host a collaborative platform where any user could successfully navigate across a multitude of resources and find exactly what they need. Think kind of a one-stop shop, if you will. Customers, partners, app developers, everyone could participate and utilize these resources, and everyone would find benefit in their own unique way. Well, we quickly realized that as we started to embark on this amazing vision, we realized it was going to be a ton of hard work, a lot of dead ends, and a vast amount of learning. So we started to kind of evaluate. We realized that the community that we had was unique, as it offered a very unique blend of all of our users. We had to consider a multitude of audiences. Each user is going to be looking for something completely different. And we also had a kind of a complex platform. Like Patrick said, we kind of do a little bit of everything. You can use this as a Twilio, you can use this as a broad stuff. That's not really an easy platform to explain to everyone. And we kind of are in a highly technical and ever-changing industry. So with thousands of acronyms, which I can't even keep up with, a lot of merged systems, and some pretty hacked-together technology sometimes. So all these challenges are starting to face up against us. So we started playing around and seeing what we could do with it. We realized that software could be beneficial or it could hinder our efforts. Ultimately, we learned a few things. It was almost near impossible to find something that could actually answer all of our questions. As you're aware, the user experience really matters. If it sucks, no one's going to use it, really. We needed something intuitive and approachable for everyone. What we realized is what seemed simple to one user seemed completely unapproachable to somebody else, and therefore our engagement was extremely low. So what we realized is we need to step up our game. So we needed to differentiate between all the different pieces that we were building. Paid apps versus non-paid apps, our products versus our services, our developers versus our sysadmins. Each person is looking for something very, very different. We needed to get better about our resource management. We have a company of about 35, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a pretty small group of people doing a lot of stuff. Truth is, we needed to pay our staff, and they are already spread so thin, so we started to think of different ways we could kind of go beyond our scope. We do have a wealth of information with all of our community members, our customers, our partners, so we recognized the opportunity to get them involved. We had a lot of folks that wanted to contribute, and the growth of the KAZOO project was dependent on these contributions. So there was a delicate balance of supporting our paid resources that expect a product, as well as supporting our open source community that may not contribute financially, but help evolve our technology. It's a lot of things to consider. Oops. There we go. Sorry, it's freezing for a sec. So finding that perfect platform that could allow us to tackle all of these challenges was the final piece that we needed to actually get this vision moving forward. We literally looked everywhere. I think Darren said he looked platform after platform after platform. We talked to other telecom companies. We talked about other open source projects. We hired professional consultants. We were completely perplexed on how we could really give something to all of our customers, all of our users. Literally, we wasted years of trying to figure it out. But finally, one of our employees was talking about video games, which segued into a discussion about angry video gamers commenting on the forums, which we were actually teasing this employee about. Sometimes the best ideas come from a little sarcasm, which led to discussions of favorite gamer forums. Turns out, this particular forum that he mentioned was actually perfect for what we were looking for, which is a little ironic. And this is what we finally found. So in 2016, after 8 years of searching, we finally found an optimal platform to retool our community. It was the answer to our prayers. This new platform hosted everything from forums to documentation. It allowed members to contribute and consume information. And it really embodied that true community ecosystem that had always been part of the 2600 Hertz mission. And now as we move into 2018, we actually have a lot of the key pieces into place and can now focus on growth, development, and refinement. So, like I said, we found this platform that really we could cater to every single user. Our clients, our sysadmins, open source users, partners, developers, even folks that were just coming in and trying to learn about KAZOO. It really was a complete platform experience that fit everyone. And these are some of the resources that we just started with. So how many of you have participated or active in the forums? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome, that's good. Have any of you used any of the getting started guides or the documentation at all? Cool, cool. Awesome, awesome, yay. Well, there is a lot of stuff happening. So I hope that you have the opportunity to go check it out because this is just the beginning of what we're starting with and will only evolve from here. Keeping in mind, as we're talking about the different users and their different needs, we want to kind of focus and kind of guide. So as you go into the community, you kind of know where you're looking for. So we realized for Monster UI, this isn't really related to APIs or anything like that. So it's usually our partners and our resellers, and they're looking for how to get started. Developers typically kind of throw it off to the side, but they come back to it for reference or debugging issues. Our partners are looking, how do I make money? How do I sell? How do I generate appeal in the market? They want some help. Other folks that are coming in for services are going, what am I getting? What is this support all about? What am I paying for? What's included? What is this mobile offering you're talking about? What are minutes, rates? These are all things people are looking for. And then our developers are just like, give me the tools. I want to develop. I want to create. So I'm going to walk through kind of a shortened version of how to optimize your experience and within the community, kind of based on what you're looking for. So if you go into the community, one of the first tabs is Monster UI and KAZOO apps. So this is kind of the breakdown of if you're a paid client and you're kind of looking for the basics to kind of get your platform up and going, get new documentation, learn about the apps. Oh, did I lose my slides? There we go. Or just, I want to make money, I want to sell. This is kind of the area you're going to hang out in. Again, this is something we're building. We just added the sales and marketing resources a few weeks back, but we're still building. And actually later on, we'll be talking about some new materials we'll be throwing in there. So it's a good starting point. Now, if you're looking to learn more about our services and what we offer, this is kind of the area you're going to go. This is going to be, I think, in our products page and products and services, which would make sense. This is going to be all our paid stuff. If you're not using some of our paid stuff, go check it out and inquire about it, because you'll probably need it at one point. Why not use it from us? It's kind of great. And then if you're looking to dive into the technical side of things, we have a technical documentation tab, which we are actually doing a complete overhaul of a lot of our technical documents. But if you're looking for just basic APIs, you'd obviously go into the first one. If you're looking for more of the sysadmin approach, you can dive into more of the installation and configuration pieces. And then for all those crazy brainiacs who want to dive into the cluster theories, we have a spot for you as well. Now, some exciting stuff, which we're going to talk about the rest of the experience, is around our app exchange and building your own app. We kind of have been doing this behind the scene, and we have a lot of contributors, but we are making it a more formalized process. This will eventually be built out, and I think one of them is in beta, if I'm not mistaken, over the next few weeks. And as you go through this conference, you'll actually learn more about why this is exciting. But it is not just about documentation. There's actually a lot more resources that we can be providing you to make sure that you're successful with what you do. So we have a couple things coming into play over the next few months. So we will, like I said, we're updating our doc site to make it more readable and actually make it a more thorough and understanding process for all technical users. We're also going to be kicking off a points and reward system. So we want to encourage you to get involved and contribute your thoughts and your knowledge and actually get something for it. We're also going to be diving into white labeling. So we want to actually enable our partners to be successful from the very first day to going onto their customer site and having all the things that they need. We are going to look into training courses. This is a lot of information, and we're going to continue to grow it. So we want to make sure you know how to maneuver and understand and get the best materials that you need to be successful. And then we're going to dive in a little bit more to the Erlang docs for all those technical folks and love the Erlang language, and actually create some eDocs as well. And this is a screenshot of the new doc site. That's all I have, but it's pretty cool. I know it's not much to look at on the screen. But we also have some other resources that I don't know if many of you are utilizing. So how many of you have actually attended the business partner calls that we do? Good, Patrick. I'm glad you joined. Oh, that's not many. Thank you. This is a really, really great opportunity to actually listen to Darren Schreiber firsthand, talk about what's happening in the roadmap, some of the challenges we're facing with our technologies, and anything from feature updates, requests, or just kind of live interaction to let us know like how you're doing, what you like, what you don't like, and then we can take those things into consideration. This is listed in the community. This is for paid customers only, but we have had a lot of feedback where people feel sometimes they don't get the information they need if we're not communicating. This call is bi-weekly. I think it's every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific. It gives you everything you need to know. And I actually have had a lot of employees say I find more value on these calls than I do in some of our internal meetings. So I would highly recommend that if you are a paid customer, please do your best to attend if you're really looking to get more information. We also have bi-weekly developer calls. Those are led by James Imanetti. And that's going to dive into a deeper level on all the technical developments, Erlang, all the APIs, kind of anything you need to know. So we'll either say, yes, go ahead, we can't do that, kind of keep it open source conversation going at all times. And I wanted to give a shout out, because we do have a couple moderators that in the very early stages volunteered their time and their expertise to join us and get involved and kind of start the contribution process. So can I ask, and you guys don't have to, and you can hate me, but I would like to give some recognition. Can I have the moderators stand up for just a moment, just so people can see who you are? And I know you're in here, so if you're sitting, I'll find you. You're doing standing, perfect. Well, we have a few others, but these folks, am I missing? There we go. These folks have all been highly valuable and very beneficial in contributing already. I do want to encourage anybody, if you do want to get involved and you are kind of excited about talking to other people or just want to learn new things, please send me an email. We do want to grow this program, but we want to make sure it's for people that are passionate and excited and really want to give back and help one another. So in summary, just cover a few short items. Just make time for us. Really take your time, attend these webinars. We're going to give you all the tools you need. Keep checking for new documentation. Like I said, over the next 2 to 3 months, we're going to be doubling, even tripling our efforts. So there's going to be so much information out there that you probably won't even need to reach out to support very much. Definitely get engaged in the forums. Some of the conversations I've seen happen have been super valuable. I've had some resellers go in there and say, I literally spent 10 minutes in the forums and I got all my answers. That was great. Join the community Slack channel. We do have that, I believe, tied into IRC, and you can visit that in the web if you would like. And I know not everybody likes to get marketing emails all the time, but we do give a lot of updates, so join our mailing list. We send out a lot of information, not only on projects, events, where we're gonna be, what's happening, but it'll really keep you in the know on everything we're doing. And definitely stay in the know with the community. We put all of our new releases, all of our updates, all of the community calendar items, so we'll be talking about when we're releasing items, what events we're going to, so we really are trying to build a place where you can get all the information you need without having to talk to any other individual. So please let us know if you have any comments, any questions, if you would like to get involved. I invite you to go around in the community. If you find you don't have access to some of these items, feel free to send me an email and we can figure that out. But it's really a great opportunity for you to not only expand your business, but meet and network with other successful folks. So thank you very much.